Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Matt and I am sick today. I don't know if you can tell, but I am sick. I'm doing better than I was doing yesterday and definitely doing better than I was the day before that, but still sick nonetheless. And because I'm sick and tomorrow is Thanksgiving and I would like to relax tomorrow, I would normally be recording tomorrow, but I'm going to go ahead and record today and we're going to get right into the news topics of this week. So let's get into it. And up first, I want to talk about some good news for Hellblade 2, and that is the fact that Ninja Theory has finished the motion capture portion of development for the game. And that is great news because it could possibly mean that we're looking at a 2023 release date, which is fantastic considering a lot of people were sort of speculating a 2024 release date for Hellblade 2, but this kind of opens up that 2023 possibility, so I'm pretty excited for that. And then up next, I think we got to talk about some of these holiday deals that Xbox was having for their consoles, because some of these deals were pretty insane. At one point earlier this week, they were selling the Xbox Series S at $199 on the Microsoft Store's Instagram, and the Xbox Series X at $399 on the Microsoft Store's Instagram. That's $100 off on each console. And if you were able to get in on that deal, then you made out real good this holiday. But just because that deal is over does not mean that there aren't more deals out there. In fact, if you head on over to Target right now for Black Friday, you can pick up a Series S for $250 and you'll get a free $50 gift card for Target. So that's pretty awesome as well. And of course, on top of that, Amazon has their own sale for $239 for an Xbox Series S right now. Of course, that one doesn't come with a gift card like Target, so I would say that Target is the better deal right now. Because if you go with Target, you can go ahead and grab the Xbox Series S for $250 and then use that $50 gift card for a game or for a couple months Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. That's a pretty good deal. Or hey, maybe you just want to get $50 worth of snacks after you get the Series S. I don't know. Do what you want to do. But up next, we got to talk a little bit about the Witcher 3 Next Gen update because it's a lot more in depth than I thought it was. I mean, this is really just like kind of a full-fledged remaster of The Witcher 3, and I'm really excited for that. And what's funny is I think that out of all of the things that they're bringing to the next-gen patch for Witcher 3, the thing I'm most excited for is the new camera modes. And what I mean by that is that if you look at the gameplay for The Witcher 3 originally, Geralt's just kind of right in the dead center of your screen at all times because that's the way the camera works. But with this new camera, what they've done is they brought it up closer and to the side, so it's more like a third-person action game. And to use a recent example of what I'm talking about here, it kind of looks like something you would see in God of War. But I mean, besides all the camera stuff, they really go in depth on a lot of things in this video, and I'll leave a link to that video down in the description so you can see it for yourself. I highly recommend it. They talk a lot about what they're bringing to this game in the next-gen patch. And then finally, we're going to end the video with this whole Sony, Xbox, Activision fiasco that's been going on for what feels like every week for about 3 months at this point. And the first thing that I want to talk about when it comes to this is actually really hilarious. And Sony had a statement to the UK regulators, and in that statement, they had this quote. It says, "Faced with weaker competition, Microsoft would be able to increase console and game prices for Xbox users, including those that switched from PlayStation, increase the price of Game Pass, and reduce innovation and quality." Now, of course, in that statement, in that quote, they are talking about if this deal were to go through for Microsoft, and that is Sony speaking on the matter. And the thing that makes that so funny to me is that Sony literally just raised the price of their console worldwide in every single area that isn't the US. Not to mention the fact that when a brand new Sony game releases, you know you're going to be paying $70 for it. And right now, that's not the case over at Microsoft. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that's never going to happen because I fully expect that to happen, and I would say it'll probably start happening before 2024. But we've also got another VGC article here that says that Sony has claimed that Microsoft's true strategy behind its proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard is to have PlayStation, quote, become like Nintendo and not compete in the 18-rated shooter space. Now, excuse my language for a second, but that's completely fucking insane. insane. It doesn't seem like Sony seems to remember all those M-rated shooter franchises that they killed off themselves. Talking about Killzone, talking about Resistance, which was teen-rated, but it could easily be M-rated. And then you've also got SOCOM. And then you just acquired Bungie, which is like a top 3 FPS studio in the game right now. And this kind of harkens back to that innovation comment that they made earlier, saying that Microsoft succeeding with this deal could hamper innovation in the gaming industry. There's a very huge part of innovation that I don't think is talked about enough. Does Sony innovate games? Yes, they've innovated the third-person genre. There's no denying that. They do the third-person action-adventure genre at the top level, and now they're sat here complaining about how they can't compete in the M-rated shooter space when they're sitting on a literal fucking gold mine of IPs they could revive, as well as having one of the best FPS studios in the business right now. And look, it's not just PlayStation making themselves look stupid this week, because we also got Xbox, or Microsoft I should say, making themselves look pretty stupid as well. Because Microsoft basically just kind of cucked themselves and said Sony has more exclusive games, quote, many of which are of better quality than ours. And look, I understand it. You're trying to make yourself look a little weak so that the UK regulators might, side with you on this. But, I mean, come on now, let's have a little bit of self-respect. And then on top of that, they go on to say the usual thing of Call of Duty's irrelevant, it has no significance, or whatever they say. And there's a lot of things that Call of Duty is, and irrelevant is not one of them. It's very relevant. So I guess that Sony will say whatever it takes to get this deal blocked, and Microsoft will say whatever it takes to get this deal to go through. It's just an interesting thing to watch, honestly. And with all that said, I think that brings an end to this week's news. So let me know in the comments what you think about all the news. Let me know if I missed anything that you thought was interesting. Leave a like if you liked the video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell if you're enjoying the content, want to stay up to date with it going forward. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.